Hey y'all, I'm Anna and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. Every week I post cooking videos here on my channel, so if you like cooking and you like learning new recipes, go ahead and click the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos. Also, if you click the little notification bell down below, then you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Today we're making biscuits and gravy, and this is such an easy recipe. I make it very often. My family loves it. But if you don't want to make the biscuits from scratch, just use some store-bought and it will be just as good. One of my subscribers, Steve, actually requested a video on homemade buttermilk biscuits. So Steve, this one's for you. And if any of my other subscribers have any requests, please leave those down in the comments and I would love to bring those to you. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna make the biscuits first, so let me show you what you need. I have my oven preheating to 425, and in the bowl of my standing mixer, isn't this so pretty? I got it for Christmas, my clear bowl. I am so excited. So I've got 2 1/8 cups of all-purpose flour. This is 1 stick of cold unsalted butter that's been cubed up. We'll need some salt, baking powder, buttermilk, and baking soda. So to my flour, I'll add in 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'll let this mix for just a few seconds. Now we'll add in the butter and the buttermilk. This is 1 stick of butter. I'll gradually add this in as it's mixing. This is 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. I actually only added a splash of this. I forgot. I want to let this incorporate first, just the butter, so that they get in smaller pieces like the size of peas. And then after that, I'll add in the rest of the buttermilk. So the butter is about that size now all throughout. Some pieces are a little bit bigger, some are a little smaller, but I just wanted to give that a little bit of time to get a little bit smaller. So now I'll add in the rest of the buttermilk. The recipe says to go ahead and roll it out and cut them out and put them in the oven, but I'm not quite ready to bake these yet. I want to wait maybe an hour or so. So I'm just going to form this into a ball and wrap it in plastic wrap and put it in the fridge until I'm ready to bake them. Okay, I forgot something. Now this is not in the recipe. I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of sugar. Don't ask me why, I just feel like God is telling me to add 2 teaspoons of sugar. Because I've made quite a few biscuit recipes and most of them do have a little bit of sugar, and I really like that sweetness, so I am gonna add just a little bit in. But the recipe does not call for this, so don't feel like you have to. Okay, now I'm ready to roll this up into a ball and put it in the fridge. Now I'm ready to form my biscuits. I have the oven preheated at 425, a large baking sheet lined with parchment paper. I just took my dough out of the fridge and I just put some flour on my countertop. Now the recipe says to use about a 3-inch cookie cutter, but this is perfect for me. It's a mason jar. That's about 3 inches, so this is what I'm going to use today. Flouring the top of my dough, and I want to roll this into about 3/4 of an inch thickness. And as I do this, I'm going to constantly move it so it doesn't stick, and I'll add flour as needed. And I'm also going to fold it over a couple of times to create some layers. I'm folding it into thirds and rolling it out again. The recipe says that this makes about 10 biscuits. So obviously I won't get 10 out of this piece, so after I get a few, I'll re-roll it again and see how many more I can get. So I only got about 8 biscuits out of that. Now maybe I made mine a little bit big, but the bigger the better, in my opinion. So now I'm taking some buttermilk and I'm gonna brush the top of each one. So now I'm ready to put these in the oven at 425 for 15 to 17 minutes. My sausage is fully cooked and now I'm adding in a 1/3 cup of flour. I'm gonna cook this and stir it constantly for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna add in about 3 cups of whole milk. The recipe calls for 3 cups of whole milk, but I'm only gonna add about 1 cup at a time because I'm just afraid it's gonna be too loose for me. So I'm gonna start with 1 cup, mix it, and then slowly add some more. She loves it too. Can you say hello?
Hi, Lucy.
Do y'all like your dinner?
Hello to the food.